Hello everyone, it's Miss T in my classroom. I wanted to make a quick video to show you what I'm expecting out of your ukulele neck that you're designing and making. First of all, we want it to look like the real deal as far as how many strings you're going to put on your cardboard. Now, at this point, you have already had your cardboard, you've cut out your ukulele neck, you used the stencil, and so you should have this, roughly this shape. It doesn't have to be perfect. The next step is you are going to need some yarn, okay, because you're going to really create those strings. Now, the way you're going to put the strings on the cardboard is you simply need to make sure that you kind of have little slits. You need one for each string, and there are how many strings on the ukulele? 4, right? So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 little cuts in the bottom. You can see those right there. And then you're going to do the same at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4 slits in the top. Okay? Right there is where your next step is after you've cut out your ukulele, is to put 4 slits in the top, 4 slits in the bottom. So after this step, you need your yarn. And you should have generally not a very long piece, like maybe like a foot or less, because all you need to do is tuck it in the top, tuck it in the bottom, okay? Tuck it in the top, tuck it in the bottom. If it's too long, go ahead and cut it. And then do that same thing again. This one may be too short, we'll see. Tuck it in the top of your cardboard, tuck it in the bottom. And so you should be seeing that you're making strings, okay? And it should go in the cardboard pretty easily without needing to be secured or anything at all. Because we might want to add to it later, so I don't want you to feel like you have to tape or glue the strings. You don't. They should be able to just slide right in to those spots in your cardboard. So I'm going to do 2 more because we need 4 total, and that's how many slits I have in my ukulele neck. Do another one. Okay, that one I did a little short. It's okay if you have little random yarn pieces. There's plenty of yarn, and you just need to make sure you throw it away when you're done. Keep your space clean. Okay, and then my last one. Tuck it in the top, tuck it in the bottom, okay? So that should look roughly like a ukulele neck. Now, are they perfectly spaced out? No, they're not perfectly spaced out. Okay, nobody is a perfectionist, but they're good enough for me to be able to tell what it is, okay? Now, here's where we're at right now. Go ahead and make sure, if you have not already done so, take your pencil. On the back, make sure you put your name. This one is Mrs. T. Okay, your name needs to be on it. Can't even really see it. Oh, there it is. Okay, your name needs to be on your ukulele neck, okay? Because you know that if you take this up to your classroom and you lose it, you ain't never gonna find it again. You need your name on it. Okay, so I cut all the back so that all my strings aren't just like everywhere. And now I'm gonna look at this is the real deal ukulele. And so I wanna make sure that I have this similar shapes as far as frets on the neck. Now, this neck is not quite as long as the real neck. The real neck starts down here. And see, not quite as long, but it doesn't matter. It's okay. The main things we're practicing are these frets up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take marker, crayon, pencil, whatever you can see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a line at the top where my neck kind of cuts in there, like your major stencil. So up here, this is really, okay, this is really where your tuning pegs are, the very top of the neck, okay? You won't need to do much with this. This is just for you. You can put a little heart there, whatever you want. Make it cute in your free time, fine. Your hands are gonna go down here. So after this, we want to do similar lines to mark the frets, as many as we can get down our keyboard. I am going to see, I think I can probably get I'm gonna at least do 5 at the top, okay? So I want them to be big enough, as big or big-ish as the ones on my actual ukulele. So that's probably about as big as your thumb. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna measure by placing your thumb here across, and you want to put a line under where that thumb is. So there's my first one right there. I'm just gonna mark it. Okay, so that's 1 fret done. Continue that all the way down your cardboard. There you go. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Very few things are ever perfect. And I'll kind of go back and darken in mine because I'm kind of doing it since I put my yarn on there. The yarn may feel like it gets in the way, but it doesn't need to go underneath your yarn. It just needs to be clear that you have those frets, okay? Do a couple more down here at the bottom. And then I'm just going to leave some blank space at the end because I won't need that many, okay? So, if we're counting our frets, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And this is just going to be free space at the bottom. I'm going to exit out because I'm not going to do any more than what I just did, okay? Now, here we go, okay? The last thing we could do to make this really helpful as a practicing tool that you're going to take home and practice your ukulele chords. Imagine our ukulele. Here's my chords. That you're going to be able to press down chords, okay, is that you might want to mark some of those chords, okay? So, you can do this with your marker. You can do this with a crayon. I would recommend colored crayons. And you can go ahead and mark the chords that are on the ukulele, okay? So, let's go ahead and look closely, okay? We have blue, blue here, yellow, 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 and this one is red. Those are the most 3 common chords we're going to be making using those frets. So what I'm going to recommend that you do is with whatever you have, crayon or not, we'll start with the blue. The blue is going to go in the 1st fret under the 3rd string. See how I did that there? And then it's going to go under the 2nd fret, 1st string, okay? So, yours would look like this, okay? Now, let's go ahead and get a yellow. I'm just using what I have on my desk, but you obviously can use crayons. You don't have to use markers. The yellow one, your first marker is going to go underneath the 2nd string, 2nd fret, right there. The next one is going to go skip over this string to the next string, so the last string, 2nd fret. And then right below it in the 3rd fret, you're going to put a yellow circle right there. 3rd string, 3rd fret, okay? So this should be a triangle shape, your G, okay? If you don't know what that is, you'll learn eventually that that's a G chord, okay? So we have the blue, which is an F chord, the yellow, which is a G chord, and then we're going to add C as our last and final one. It is a red spot on your ukulele, okay? All I have is pink in front of me, so pink it is, okay? And I'm going to go to the 3rd fret, 1, 2, 3, last string. So it should look like this. It's kind of hard to see my yellow, but it is blue, blue, yellow, 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 pink, or red. Okay? And that is all you simply need to make your practice ukulele neck. So you can take this home and you can sit and you can practice making the shapes of each chord, pressing down on your yarn as your strings, and starting to identify those shapes, okay? So, last thing I'll tell you, if you have extra time, on the back you can say what each one is. So you could get your blue crayon and go. Blue equals F chord. Chord is C-H-O-R-D. F chord, okay? On the back of yours, you could put your yellow. Yellow is the G major chord, Major as in Miss Majors. Major. Okay, M-A-J-O-R. Major. I just dropped my lid there. Okay, and then, last but not least, for the C chord, which is the red or pink in Miss T's case, that is the C chord. Okay? So I have my little key on the back, and then as you start to learn more chords on the ukulele, you can practice these shapes on your neck, and you can mark them however you would like. And in your free time, or if there's time at the end and some people aren't done, you can decorate it. Okay? Ta-da! Happy craftiviting with your ukulele neck.